a disclaimer. So here's my presentation. I'm Ana Inés Urrutia. I'm a psychologist. I live in Uruguay. Now I was living in Peru a month ago. I was able to fly during the circumstances of COVID, so that's nice. And I'm back with my family right now, and I can't believe it. So that's about myself, my personal life. And I work as a HR implementation consultant. I work for Vision. That's a company located in the Netherlands. So I work remotely from Uruguay to Netherlands and to other locations for clients all over the world. My first language is Spanish, so if you find that I'm struggling to talk or something, that's the reason. I'm trying to look for the words in my head. And there you can find my social media. That's my Twitter, LinkedIn account, and email. And I also have a blog that is anainesurrutia.com, so you can find me over there. I share content in Spanish and English, but mostly in Spanish because we don't have much, well, in Spanish. So what we're going to review today, these are just 2 points that I wanted to share with you. I'm worried about the questions that you have because you seem very technical, all of you, and I'm more functional. So I'm crossing my fingers to have the right answers to your questions. But if I don't have it, so I will look back and then come back to you to answer those questions. So as you can see from my profile, I started as a psychologist. I work in HR my entire career, and 2 years ago I made the switch to technology. So I started working using this platform, and after that I started managing projects on this platform, and now I am a consultant. So I come from this horrible side where we mess everything up, and I know the challenges of HR, and I'm able to understand what the clients want. So that's a bit of my background. So I decided to name these 2 topics this way because we all know that there's a very bad reputation about dynamics for human resources out there, and most of this reputation comes from the unknown of this solution because it's a very new product, and Microsoft team has been changing some of the functionalities. So that's the reason that it doesn't have as much love as I think it should have. So I want to show you and unveil this unknown of the possibilities in the solution. And in the second point of the agenda, we're going to chat a bit of how to upgrade the experience. And one of the experiences that I have with a particular client in Peru about how to upgrade this experience. So the first thing that I wanted to say is that what is and what is not Dynamics for Human Resources. Dynamics for Human Resources is much more than a simple module for finance and operations, and it's oriented, of course, to solve HR challenges. But what Dynamics for Human Resources is not is talent. Please, I want to share that because that product doesn't exist anymore. It's deprecated, and human resources, it involves way much more functionalities and features than what talent did in the past. So, and also sometimes this solution. Sometimes when people talk about Dynamics for Human Resources, talks about this solution as a simple module inside finance and operations, but it has a lot of functionalities and a lot of features that that are much more than that simple module that everyone sets. So one of the things that I fell in love with is that we are able to unify and to have all together at only one place. In order to be more productive and be more agile and to respond better to the reality. So Dynamics for Human Resources at the end of the day is the human resources coordinator or generalist best friend, and also the leader's best friend. So I'm in love with this solution. As you can see, I fell in love 2 years ago, and I've been working since then. And I really think that is something that can help us. And of course, we can improve and upgrade the experience. So this is about what it is and what is not. And this is a very simple slide that I wanted to share with you about what are the 4 points that this solution covered. And after that, we can go and dive a bit deeper into these points. So the first thing is that transforms employee experience. All of you may be employees for a certain company, and if you're not now, maybe you're a contractor or a consultant, you've been in that place where you are an employee. This solutions helps you as either way. If you are in the process, if you are an employee, if you are a recruiter or a manager, you're able to improve your experience with the solution. You can manage your own time, ask for different requests, and it provides you as an employee the tools to manage your own processes. And that's something that we don't have previously in HR as a department. So that's I think that's a game changer. The second point is about optimizing HR programs. This means that we're able to unite or gather all the programs related to our workforce in only one place. So we can have the leave and absence plans, we can have the benefits management, the compensation management, we can have all together united in only one place. And if you ask me, that's a win, because when I look back to my experience and I remember where I worked before and how many back and forward I needed to do to check or to create a report or to check information, it was a nightmare. I could spend 10 days looking through the information and building a report, while in this solution, you are just a click away to have this information or insights. So I think that it's very, very useful on that side. Also, it helps us to increase the agility or the organization agility. This means that we can be more quick to answer any request. So as the example that I was putting before, if we have this request to create a report, in the previous scenario, we needed to gather all the information and to create some report. But using this solution, we are able to just click in one place of the solution, and we're going to have this already built. Of course, we can upgrade the information that is on the system with another amazing tools that we're going to see in a few slides. So, yep, that's about organizational agility. We are using this solution. We are able to respond better to the needs. So that's something that I think also is a very nice quality of this product. And the last point is about discover workforce insights. We have all the Power for every module. We have Power BI embedded that helps us to understand what's going on at the current moment in the company. And if we don't want it at the current moment, we can check at past moments. So we are able to discover what's going on just a click away. I'm obsessed with this. I love it, and I do think that is one of the solutions that, as citizen developers, myself and some of my colleagues, we can work much smarter and generate a better experience for everyone. So this is about the HR, and I wanted to show you a bit about the solution that I have opened in here. So this is a trial environment, and we have different modules that we can dive into the solution in order to understand how it works. So well, this is a trial that expires soon, in a month or so. Yes, in a month. But here we have all these modules that we can find them also here. And my favorite as an employee, I think I don't have the permissions. Well, it doesn't matter, but my favorite module is called Employee Self-Service. That is the module that you can use to request and manage all your information, your leave request, your benefit enrollment, and so on. So that's very helpful. And another thing that I really like is about personal management, where you're able to see what's going on at the current moment in the company. I know that this may not be as impressive for some of you, but as an HR person that comes from this side and was struggling to collect all this information and have it all together, and also with some amazing analytics and Power BI reports, this is a game changer. So human resources is one of the departments that doesn't have much budget, so we are always like the last ones to use technology. And once we start using this, we can improve a lot our processes. So this is a bit about personal management, and I wanted to show you, I think this is the biggest, one of the most interesting modules. And you can have, as you can see here on the bottom, a lot of information about reports, and you can filter if you want to. So here you go. This is the employee self-service. I'm Julian Judkins, and here I can see all this information related to me, to myself. So I can see my the work items assigned to me, questionnaires, also the company directory. And here we can add information about myself. This is very useful because as an employee, I don't depend on HR to upload information. So this is empty right now, but you can have all this information around your profile. So if you need to upload or change something about, I don't know, your address or your, I don't know, whatever, you can upload it in here. And also, if you have some custom links that you want to add to this employee self-service, you can add it in here. They will appear at the bottom. So this is about employee self-service. And if you have someone depending on you, reporting to you, you will have this other one that is my team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I pick someone that doesn't have reports. But anyway, so you have here like a full tasks. So here you have all the functionalities that you can use. You can have the performance journal, the goals. Also, if you go down here, you can see all this information related to the employee. So, and that's included in the license of $4. I don't know.
£3, Anna.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I'm talking a lot. I'm sorry. So upgrading the experience. One of the things that happens, and it happened with me with some clients before, is that despite the solution is very strong and has accomplished and covers a lot of topics, there are some business processes for particular companies that need to be fulfilled, and we're with Dynamics, we can use it, we can fulfill. So we created with the company I worked before some processes, building with Power Apps and improving the experience with for Dynamics for Human Resources. So as you can see, what I put in there is something that we went through, I think a year ago or a year and a half ago, where I was just starting as a project manager, and the developer that was working with me was also just starting, and it was a challenge, as you can imagine. And we built a Power App that started the process for a new hire. So every time someone wanted to hire an employee, they had a Power App created, and they complete all the fields, and after that, the process continues in Dynamics for Human Resources. I know right now the recruitment process doesn't work in Dynamics for Human Resources so anymore. So we're not able to cover that process. But you can picture different ideas for Power Apps. In this case, this Power Apps that we built was connected with SAP, so it was kind of a complicated integration, very, very tricky, and we need to be very careful because it took numbers from SAP, and then these numbers go through Dynamics for Human Resources, and it was kind of a nightmare, but we make it, so we are very happy for that. I'm sorry. And we also used some Power Automate flows to improve some workflows and approvals inside this Power App. So it was a very it was a very strong Power App that needed a lot of attention. So that's how we upgraded the experience with Power Platform. One of the things that I didn't include in this slide, but now that I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure that it could be something helpful for human resources, and I'm just starting to work on it, is the Power Virtual Agents. That could be a part of this onboarding experience or candidate experience to help improve HR. And behind all this, the idea is not to spend that people that's working, it's not spending a lot of time doing things that are not worth it, or paperwork or things like that. So I think that we can include Power Virtual Agents as something in here. And so in case we don't want to use Dynamics for Human Resources, we don't want to spend time working on this implementation, of course, we can build solutions for specific HR processes. And I was reviewing which processes we could cover. And here we have some examples. So the recruitment process is something that is very useful to cover with Power Platform, or mostly with Power Apps. Onboarding is something that we can use. As you know, onboarding was part of Talent, and now it's deprecated. But we can use it as a part of the process for HR, and we can also think of other processes like performance management and employee development. And I have a link in there that I will later share with you about how to build a recruitment process with Power Platform. So, yep, I don't have screenshots or nothing with code to show you because that's not my experience or my main role right now. But what I've done so far is managing this HR processes and these challenges through Power Apps. One of the most challenging things that we had, and I'm talking in plural because we work with a coworker that is located in Chile. One of the most challenging things that we have in these implementations were the approach we needed to have with the clients, because they are all used to work this way with paper and with lots of steps and approvals and so on. And change management was one of the most challenging things that we overcome. So we need to persuade a bit while using these solutions. So I've talked a lot, and I've talked very fast, and I'm ended. That's the end of my presentation.